we're live.
I like how you say that every time, even though we're never live. Like, literally never
I
have
know.
we once
It
been
just
live.
accidentally. It just accidentally turned into my thing.
You should have been like 3, 2, 1, we're rolling or something.
We're rolling.
But
Yeah.
whatever, it is what it is. Hello, sister friend. How are you?
I'm good. It's amazing what sleeping until 8:30 a.m. will do for the soul. We got rained out last night at 9:30. I was like putting seed into the seed tender. Like I thought we were just gonna have sprinkles, and I opened the things up to start running seed, and it like downpoured into the tanks, which like you never want to have water on the seed. So hopefully that didn't damage too much of anything. I like covered I was like pouring seed in and also covering the hole with my whole body. So I was wearing a white t-shirt, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to throw the shirt out.
Oh, it's your Dickie shirt, though. I
But
love it.
yeah,
Don't
well,
worry.
this
I
is
follow
actually
along with
the
Farm with
black
Zoe.
version.
I know what's
Oh,
going on.
I don't know,
I watch her
but
Instagram stories.
this is the context for the time of recording. So worked really late. Worked 8 days in a row, averaging like 17 hours a day or something insane. And so yeah, slept in today. I just started doing like all the other tasks that need to get done because we got like 7 tenths of rain. So that's been my life.
Including
Tell me
filming
about
the Sister
yours.
Friends. My life is good. I'm holding my emotional support olive. I had a really big day yesterday. Not as big as yours probably, but big in my own life. We had like a
Hmm.
lot going on at work, and then I came home and I built a coffee table, and it took me 2 hours to build the coffee table because it has this lifting mechanism. So like half of like the table
Ooh,
comes to you because I don't have a desk or like a table to eat at. And so this is like
yeah,
so fixing those two problems, which you may see my
yeah.
laptop is no longer balancing on the back of the couch, which is what I had been doing the last 2 times.
Uh
Um,
huh.
so I built that and it took forever, but it's very nice. I'm liking it. I have to go get a power drill after this. I'm borrowing Eleanor's because you're supposed to use a drill and I only had a screwdriver. And so like I
Hmm.
got it 80%. It's like I don't want to touch anything, like it might fall apart, but
Yeah.
like look, I'm just a wee woman. I don't own a power tool.
Everyone needs the Everyone needs a power tool.
I literally only
I,
own one screwdriver.
Dad gave me a screwdriver when I went to college and was just like, "You're just gonna need this at some point," and I've needed it at so many points.
Well, and I've used so when I moved, I never owned a screwdriver in DC. For some reason, it never came up for me. When I moved to New York, I had to get a screw.
Never came. You just had a whole bunch of the IKEA little turn
I
things.
know. What are those things called?
Not bits. They're
I was trying to
Allen
think. Oh,
wrenches.
Allen wrenches. I was trying to think of that word the other day. Anyways, when I moved to New York, I got a bunch of stuff from IKEA to furnish, and so I had to buy a screwdriver because like some things require an actual screwdriver. So I bought one from like my local Walgreens, and I've had it for 3 years, and she's true and strong, and I love her dearly. But I need to up my power tool
You
game.
need a
Like yeah,
power
I don't
tool.
own a hammer, but also like when would I use a hammer?
Yeah.
Like when do you use a hammer?
Every day.
But like
Um,
on household things or like strictly farm things?
no, no, no. On farm
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
See, like I'm not putting nails in the wall, so I don't feel like I need. I don't know what else people use a hammer for.
Rage. I don't know.
Don't have that.
Is your phone ringing?
Yeah, it's a work call. I'm simply ignoring it. These people, I'm allowed to be ignoring it. I'm not doing my job. But
Hmm.
don't call me after hours. Maybe consider that.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Um, okay, so you had a big day yesterday.
What we
You did
haven't
your
yet
coffee
talked
table.
about is how I got us on Apple Podcasts.
It's interesting because when I saw that you had sent the message saying that you had taken care of it, I was simultaneously so relieved because I was like, I don't have to do this, and at the same time, so filled with guilt and shame and this feeling of like, oh, I let her down
No, you
because
didn't let me down.
I know in my own life where like I'll repeatedly ask someone to do something and then I end up just doing it myself. While I'm doing it, I'm so filled with rage.
No, honestly, so it just started with like a simple Google, and I was like, I'm just curious, like if I can figure out what the process is, and then I get so into like an activity that like I can't stop. So it did take me like a solid 6 hours to like do it, and it does cost $20 a year, and I told mom that you would be paying for that. I put that on mom's. It's like all connected to your Apple Pay. Or not your Apple Pay. It's all connected to your.
You don't have your own Apple
I
ID?
do have my own Apple ID, but I'm part of the family. So the family is mom and me, and so it's mom's credit card on the family. So
Oh,
when you
okay.
pay for like subscriptions or whatever through apps, it's like
Yeah.
goes on mom's credit card, so it's $20. And
Hear me
she
out.
sent me the
So,
bill, like she invoiced me, and I was like, oh no, you actually are mistaken. That can go to Zoe because as a form of good faith in my labor. And mom said, well, I'm not going to ask Zoe. It's $20. And I was like, oh, but you're asking
but you're gonna
me?
ask me.
And so then mom was like, well, you both can Venmo me $10. And I was like, mom, I'm not doing this. And then I hung up the phone.
That's so funny. This is my proposition. You know how people have Patreons and people have like fees they pay for subscriber,
Yeah.
things to like
We just need every
to
listener to
give back.
Venmo me
No,
$1
no, 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 no.
and it'll pay
Well,
for
no, no,
it.
no. We just need mom to say, "Oh, this fee is the price of admission
I know.
for
I'm like, mom, I'm
supporting
giving
my
you
children."
an hour of content every week, a glimpse into our sister friend FaceTimes, the chance to know what we talk about with each other.
When
And
we're talking about you,
for
this is what we're
the
saying.
small price of $20, you get to hear about how we discuss how we're going to divvy things up after you die. I mean, I think that's not only an honor, but also a privilege. Also, following up to that, I managed to delete the last 15 minutes of our episode last week, and
Which
I was
the last 15 minutes is always the best
I
15
know.
minutes. Oh
And
no.
I only noticed it after it had already uploaded to both platforms. And I was like, look, I get zero revenue from this, so I'm not going to do anything different. But all you missed was about me moving to Vegas and mom getting a condo. Like, mom just getting a condo to wherever I want to live. And I don't remember if there's anything else important. But that's all I can recall from the last 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So in summary, what I said was the moment dad passes away, mom's gonna pack up and move to wherever Kinsey lives. And that was all the conversation was. So okay, so in a hypothetical world where we're divvying up money, I want to hear your opinion on this. Okay, so a couple weeks ago we got new glasses, right?
Yes.
We can see things now, and so I get my health insurance through Tanny Banani.
Uh-huh.
The Tan Man gives me health insurance and takes care of me. And yesterday when I was having a headache, you're so funny. I was like, "You're literally providing health care for me," because I was like going to bed with a raging headache, and he was like, "Huh? Have you taken any water today? Have you had this or that?" He's always trying to push turmeric pills on me. To get
Don't
some
get me
turmeric.
started.
Um,
Edward has a weird mystical substance from another country to cure all my problems. Ashwagandha. I'm like, oh, I
oh
stubbed
yeah,
my toe. And
Tana's
he's
always.
like, you need some ashwagandha. And I'm like, can I have
Oh my
a
goodness.
Tylenol?
Janice always saying that. I'm like, can I pick it up at Kroger? And he's like, well, no. I'm like, so then it's not gonna work.
I don't want a suspicious
Because-
powder. I have to like, actually all of Eddie's
my
are pretty
God.
much in pill form, but like still.
I know everyone's talking about ashwagandha. I've never taken it, but so anyway, so I get these glasses. Oh yeah, so basically, Tanner's providing me health care on the physically grabbing me pills and
On the
water, and
micro
also
level,
paying.
he is also providing you healthcare.
Yes.
Macro and micro levels.
So I found out that I bought these glasses and I can get reimbursed for them through my health
HSA.
insurance, which I didn't.
You probably don't have
Uh,
an HSA. Do you have an FSA?
No,
It doesn't matter.
Tanner has those things, but I'm not contributing to them or whatever. You know.
Okay.
Um, so, uh, but like you get a stipend for
Mm-hmm.
contact glasses or whatever every year. And I do think maybe I don't know. I don't know if I was not using that the last 2 years. I don't know. I've been on his insurance since I was 26, but like he just casually brought up like, oh yeah, like you need to get reimbursed for that. So I was like, how do you I do that? And he's like, well, don't you do it in your iApp? And I was like, I don't have an iApp. You have the iApp, and because I can't get into anything without Tanner doing all the login stuff because it's like all through his social and
Mm-hmm.
things, and I'm weaponizing competence. Not gonna just like I don't know. I'm also like not gonna memorize his social security number and like type it into random websites. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It feels odd. But anyway, so I applied to get reimbursed for these classes, and basically like I had to pay $40 out of pocket, but I get $70 back. So I'm like
Oh,
$70, baby. That's
that feels
that's a
like
big chunk of
insider
change.
trading. I don't know.
That's
That
most
doesn't
of my
feel right.
glasses.
Okay.
Well, you every year you get either contacts or glasses, but like contacts, it's like $5 off. Your contacts are like six. My contacts are $600 a year.
Yes,
But
my
you get like a little
contacts are
bit off,
also $600 a year, but I only get 6 months worth of
half.
contacts.
Yeah,
And I think I get $200 towards. I think that's right. I get like $200 towards
yeah.
contacts or glasses.
Or glasses, yeah. So I just opted for or glasses this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tanner got a check in the mail yesterday for $70 for my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's of course addressed to it's addressed to Tanner because
This is
it's all under
Tanny
Tanner's thing.
Banani Glasses Fofani on it.
Yeah. And so I was like, "Oh, hey, you need to deposit that check and give me my $70 because, I paid for the glasses. I'm going to
Right.
get reimbursed." And he's like, "Well, it is a check to me. And I am providing you health insurance that like, my paychecks go towards. So technically, isn't that my money?" And I was like, "No."
So do you
There isn't.
contribute? Do you contribute to the healthcare?
No, I can't afford to do that. That'd be
Oh,
insane.
so you're just a dependent sucking on the
I
nipple of
I'm
the U.S. of
I am
the
a
healthcare
dependent, but I
system.
provide. No, no, no. I give Tanner a entire home to live in for free.
True. 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 True.
So I get health care. Tanner gets a roof over his head. I don't know. He only has one head.
I now that I work in a place that has like really great benefits, I love learning all about the insurance and the things I can do. I do an HSA instead of an FSA, and so I get $500 every year, and it goes into that. And then
And so
so now
they contribute it. They
yeah, they
contribute the
contribute,
money,
and then
or
I can
okay,
contribute on top of that, but I don't ever really have more than $500 of like medical expenses, except for one time I did think I had
yeah,
cancer and I had to get a lot of tests, and I did reach it then. Turns out it's
yeah,
so expensive to see if you have cancer. Turns out it was just a side effect of my medication, and I was just covered in bruises for fun. But literally
Mhm.
nothing was wrong with me. It was like low key disappointed, but like good that I wasn't, dying. But anyways,
yeah,
I like learning about my benefits, and like on Sephora and Amazon, you can filter for like shop HSA. And so, like,
yeah.
at the end of the year, which all of your HSA does roll over, so you don't need to do this, but it's so fun to be like, what sunscreens from Sephora
Well,
can my
that's not
job buy
necessarily
me?
for everyone. Yeah, that's not necessarily for everyone. You have really good.
No,
Some people's
exactly.
don't.
That's
Yeah,
the nice
but
part. I
you,
don't get
yeah.
paid well, but they make up for it and having like really great benefits. And like, that's kind of what museums are known for. Like,
Mhm.
not paying well, but good benefits. Also, that shirt you're wearing now is the exact shirt you were wearing yesterday, but in black.
Yes.
Nice. I like it. I like that
Yeah.
Dickies has like cute clothes.
I know. When they had reached out. Honestly, I'll tell you the whole backstory. They reached out last fall and they sent me two items, and they did not fit because I hadn't bought clothes from Dickies before. They were just the wrong size, and I did like my measurements. I don't know if it was me, it was them. It was way off, and so I emailed back and I was like, "I'm so sorry." Uh, and they sent me a pair of pants and then a coat, and I was like, "Hey, so sorry. These are like not the right size in the slightest. How we proceed?" Because I wanted to be like, "Oh, look, I got these things from Dickies because they sent me
Mm-hmm.
nice things." But they did not fit, and had I put them on and like showed them, people would have been like, "You look like
Were
an
they too
idiot."
big or too small?
They were too big. I would have been
Okay.
screaming in them, and then
Okay.
people would have been like, "Okay, this is insane." Um, I do wear the coat with like a sweatshirt underneath of it. Um, but so then and I never heard back. I was just like, hey, hate to be a pain. Never heard back from them. So I was like, I'm not gonna reach out again. I'm just not gonna worry about it. I gave pants to a friend. But then they reached out this spring and I was like, it was a different person. They're like, hey, we want to send you some things. And I was like, okay, round two, let's try this. Took my measurements. My measurements worked. So pants and uh, shirt, fantastic, awesome. But when I was looking at their site, like I was like, oh, Dickies. I don't know about Dickies. And then I was looking, and I'm like, this. There were like many a thing that I thought was like very cute.
Yeah, I like that shirt. It's cute.
Yeah. And I do have to tell it, like, because like there's a part of me that's like, no, I don't want to wear these things for work because I'll ruin them. But I'm like, they're work clothes, so I can feel good about what I'm wearing at work. Because normally I'm just wearing like old,
Yeah.
worn out clothes, and then it's like, well, if I'm spending 90% of my life in old, worn out clothes, like I might as well just ruin my good clothes, you know?
Yeah, that's really interesting because for like mental health reasons, I have to like get dressed in clothes I like at least like 3 days a week. And I feel like if I had a
Hmm.
job where I wasn't doing that, I would not do well.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah, I
have to
need to do
brush
that.
my I love working from home, but like I have to go in because I have to force myself to brush my hair.
Yeah, no, I need to do more of that. Because I will like slip and I'm like, oh, I don't need to. That's a waste of time. And then if like, and just like blow dry my hair. Like, obviously, I did not blow dry my hair last night. I'm looking a fool.
Well, you have
Um,
been working like 20-hour days, so
yeah, but like, had I like just having my hair under control gives me that much more. And just like recording myself, seeing what it looked like
yeah.
all the time is a lot. So sometimes if I like remind myself that I can look halfway decent, it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like sometimes I go to work looking disheveled, and by like 10 a.m. when I go into the bathroom and I look how crazy I look, I'm like, don't feel great about it. But then if I actually like spend time in the morning getting ready, even though I don't like getting up earlier, I feel like I have a better day because I don't like hate myself.
Yeah. It's absolutely so insane that when I was in junior high and high school, I would get up like an hour before school,
Full
do a
beat.
full
You
face
did
of
a
make.
full beat. I mean, you were fake eyelashes. You were wearing fake eyelashes, eyeshadow.
I
Maybe
was not
you
wearing
weren't.
fake
No,
eyelashes.
you just had really great
I would
eyelashes
I
back in
would
the
for
day.
no, I'd wear them for like basketball games.
Okay.
We'd wear fake eyelashes when we were
But
cheering,
did you wear
but not to
eyeshadow to
school.
school?
Not eyeshadow. I never really wore eyeshadow.
Really?
I'll do like a light highlight, like you know what I mean.
I
But
must have misremembering these memories because I can like picture you on the floor of your bedroom facing the mirror, like doing like your Urban Decay eyeshadow.
oh, I used Urban Decay. I used the black to do my eyeliner. I always did my eyeliner with eyeshadow.
I do that too. I think it looks better. I like it all messy and smoky like that.
Yeah,
Except for I don't really wear eyeliner anymore.
I don't. Yeah, I haven't
My
worn
makeup
eyeliner in
products
years.
are
But yeah,
so
like,
slim.
but like a full hour every single day doing my hair, my makeup, like that's just
I
insane.
can like
Why was I doing
get
that?
up, get
It.
ready, and be presentable in like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, I did for my bridal shower. I did my hair and my makeup, and I was out the door in 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Um, should have maybe allotted a little bit more time for that, but like I was just hanging out with my friends. I didn't want
The
to
way
like.
that we're gonna get ready for your wedding starts at 5. It's gonna be 4:20, and we're like, oh, maybe we should like get out of our pajamas.
No, there's already an itinerary for the makeup
Oh
because they like
no. I
those
do think
makeup
about
people.
when you
They're
have like professional makeup at weddings, it's like 6 a.m. call time. Like the wedding's not till 4. Why do we have to get ready at 6 in the morning? But I
well
understand
because
they have like
well
8 girls you have to get through. But
yeah, and I have two people doing hair and two people doing makeup, so it's like literally halves the amount of time. But like it costs like $400 more to get two people going. But like then since I got a bulk, I had a certain threshold of people, then they waived that fee or whatever. But like I'm sorry, like the other option was to literally like the wedding isn't until 5:30. The option was to start getting ready at 6 a.m. I'm like that's
also
not
sucks to
okay.
be the bridesmaid that has your makeup done for 12 hours before you're like being
Yes, the first one to
photographed.
go because this is too like I've been in a handful of weddings. You always see what the first couple of people get done to then gauge what you're going to do.
100%. Or if you
But
see
also, don't be the
someone
last.
that like maybe is a little too dramatic in the eyes, and you can be like, I
Yes.
want to cool, but don't want to be you don't want to be rushed. You don't want
Yeah.
someone to be like, we're taking pictures in 3 minutes, and then they throw
Yeah.
eyelashes on you.
Yeah. So I was in one where I was the last one, and they did a whole bunch of light makeup for everyone, and then they got to me, and I made the mistake of being like, do whatever you want, and they were like, I want to do more of a bold look because I think they got bored of doing the same makeup for everyone, and so they like switched it up, and that was the makeup that I literally had to take off. Like I got my makeup done, I went to our second location where we're meeting, and everyone was like, yeah, you have to just wash your face and start over again. Because like for me, I'm a person where I will be like hypercritical, and I'll be like, oh, it looks terrible, and then other people would be like, no, 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 it does not look that bad. And also, like, I didn't want to be like bringing the attention on me, because I was just a mere bridesmaid on that day. But like the mother of the bride was like, yeah, no, Zoe, that looks like really bad. Just go ahead and wash it off. And I was like, thank you guys all for validating me. I will start over.
Yeah. I would like to go second to last. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm like second to last maybe because
Do you know
I
where am
think
I at
maybe
in the lineup? You're like, you're first.
I don't know. All I saw was like Alexa was first, and I was like, no, Alexa's gonna go whenever Alexa wants to go because she'll be the one that has a newborn,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, I don't know when that baby's gonna need to be fed, so
Yeah.
like, and also like everyone's so much the same that like I don't really know why they need to have these are when these people get it done because
Mm-hmm.
everyone's getting the exact same thing, but whatever.
I've never had my makeup professionally done before, so I'm a little excited. I'm a
Yeah.
little like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I'm just nervous 'cause something I've never done before.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, no, I've had it done 4 times. And the first 2 times were fine. The last 2 times, well, for Alexa's wedding, I absolutely loved my makeup, and that's who we're using
Mm-hmm.
for my wedding. Based on like that reason. Like now I'm not gonna have the same like makeup artist person, but like I just like the whole
Yeah,
setup.
the vibes.
Whereas like and all the other ones, like there's just little things that I would have tweaked a little bit. And because like when you do your own makeup, like you know how you like to do it, you know what
Mm-hmm.
colors you like, and it's like even if it's like what the makeup artist thinks like looks best on you with like your tones and stuff, like it's not what you're used to
Yeah,
sometimes.
I know. That's
And
what I'm
like
saying.
you're
It's like
sitting
I
there
feel
in a
like even they
chair
do
and
like
you're not seeing it.
it'll just be interesting because I don't do a full face of makeup all that often. And so
Yeah,
it'll be a little shocking being like, oh, this is what I look like. But
yeah,
I'm also, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'd rather do
yeah.
that than have the pressure of doing my own makeup.
Yeah. Well, and like I don't know, like I think too, like if I do a trial makeup run, it's like $150, and I think I might just risk it
Okay, do not
and
do
not.
that. No, do a trial, Zoe. You hate when everyone does your makeup besides that one time. Like, doing a trial would be a
Uh,
mistake.
I know.
I mean,
Well,
not
people
doing a
are
trial
really
would be a
smart.
mistake.
A lot of people are really smart and like they do their trial and then they get their engagement photos done, or they do their trial and then they'd have like their bridal shower, and so they time it so that they'd have makeup and it'd be like looking good for something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I would just like have to go get my makeup done and then I would just be looking all done up for nothing. And like I guess I could try to time it with getting some professional photos taken for like Farm with Zoe
We should get some
reasons.
professional photos taking for sister friend reasons.
Yeah.
Because I
I have
try to
I have
use photos of us and we don't have a single decent photo together.
yeah. My go-to photographer girl who's only done my photos one time, she's super pregnant right now, so I don't know if she's doing photography, but there's 2 other people that I have in mind who like I just need some updated professional photos because like my hair doesn't look the same way anymore, and like I just need some
Yeah.
I need some content. But I have 2 people in mind that I could and should reach out to.
Well, we just need like
Um,
one decent sister friend photo to like make the photo for
yeah,
everything because I'm using that one of us when we were children, which is
I know.
like
Well,
funny,
and I
nice,
don't
nostalgic,
necessarily.
but like not great.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I don't because we're not going to want to use like a photo from the wedding, or
No,
unless if it's like a close up, because
no,
like
we don't want to use
we
that
don't
photo
want to
for
be
the
in
wedding because you're
wedding
gonna be in a
garb.
wedding dress. No, I
Exactly. Yeah,
know.
like we'll
Maybe
look like
like
fools.
yeah, maybe you can get even just like Tanya Banana to take nice pictures of us on like the rehearsal dinner or something, When we're both like wearing
Yeah, that's
dresses
a good idea.
and not like
Yeah.
wedding dresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That sounds good.
you may notice
I'll
I
put
put
that
the
on the to-do
mic back
list.
on the stand because it was so chaotic last week.
I told you.
That was like the most insane thing I've ever done in my entire life.
It was just like
It was straight up not good. Not good sound quality. Also, if you have noticed, do you ever read what I named the videos?
Oh my god, yeah, that's my favorite part of the whole thing.
Last week when it was like bad audio, moderately bad hosts. They just keep getting funnier and funnier. I used to like
Trash, don't listen.
I used to try to like put what we were talking about in the title, and now it's like by the time I get to the making the title stage, I'm so over the editing of it that I'm just like, this video sucks. Don't watch it.
Yeah. don't do it.
I should have titled it like, sorry, cut the last 15 minutes in the editing stage and I'm too lazy to fix it.
Someone commented on a video on my YouTube and said, you always cut the innings off so abruptly. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But then, like, I always said everything in CapCut, and at the end they do like a 10-second like CapCut screen. So I always just try to cut that off. And so like I never, when I'm editing my videos, saying like, oh, I need to leave some downtime of nothingness.
Yeah.
And like so many people's YouTubes have like cool little intros and outros, and I'm just always like, bye. And then yesterday I woke up at 2 a.m. and it was raining, and I looked at comments, which you should never do. And someone was like, if you're gonna post YouTube's premiere and you're not gonna interact with your fans, you might as well not do it. And I said, I'm so sorry. When I scheduled this video, I thought I'd be cooking along in a tractor and I could just like scroll and interact. But no, everything was down. I was running 17 different directions. I've worked 45,000 hours. I am so sorry I was not present to interact with your fans. He said, interact with your fans. I was like, first of all, I don't have fans. But
look, it sounds like you were interacting with him. I don't know what his problem is.
I don't know. I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, what do you want from me?
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Other things. I went to the dentist yesterday. You might have saw.
Oh my goodness,
I recapped it.
I just
no
confirmed
cavities.
for me that like my dentist was not a dentist.
Yeah, no, I have no cavities. Although they are slightly concerned about my gums. Now,
No. Listen.
No. I have a whole thing to say. Don't interrupt me. So I'm on a medication that causes easy bleeding, easy bruising. I floss once a day. I brush my teeth twice a day. Sometimes my gums bleed because I'm on a medication that causes me to bleed, which is why I'm covered in bruises. And they were trying to tell me it was because I don't brush my teeth. And I was like, well, that's crazy. Because I do. And I do. I water floss every night, and then I regular floss. Like, I'm not perfect about it. Maybe like 3 times a week. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. I'm not an angel. But they're like, we think you should start coming every 4 months. And I was like, this is big dentistry. Trying to get my money. Because the way I think my insurance, it covers 2 cleanings a year. Mm-hmm. And if I do 4 months, it'll be every other year we'll have 3. And so I was like, no. Like, absolutely not. I will see you in October, good sir. I bid you adieu. Big dentistry, which is something I believed in for years. I truly think like 80% of dentists are like filling cavities that don't need to be filled yet and like making problems out of nothing. And I think they want your money. That's all I have to say.
When I used to go to my old good dentist, like I went there for years and years and years, and they never said anything about my gums.
100%.
And then I go, and they're like, hey, yeah, you have some really bad gum reduction or whatever. And I'm like, that's interesting. You never said anything about this before.
That's the thing. It's like I've been going to the dentist every 6 months. And I did, during COVID, I took a 2-year break. I'm not proud of it, but I did. But for the last 2 years, I've been going every 6 months. And they've never once been like, hey, your gums suck, lady. So I'm like, why does this one random person think I now need to, like, go every 4 months, which seems just like a lot. Like, that just seems like a lot.
Yeah, I just like I don't know if this is a new thing that they're like, oh, we have to look out for the gums now, but like I there was no mention of gums up until this point. And then when I went to my fake dentist, they didn't say anything about my gums. Also, didn't look at my teeth.
Okay, I was thinking about you. I mean, obviously, I was thinking about you the whole time I was at the dentist. But specifically, one moment was normally when they clean my teeth, they just use like that pick in the mirror. I forget what it's called. It's like
Yeah.
not an Excalibur, but like a
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like a word where it means explorer. I don't know.
Oh,
They
yeah.
usually use that. This woman took a drill and was like
No.
straight up drilling my teeth. Like it was maybe like a search and rescue tool that I can't think of the name of, but like I don't know, with a battery in it. She was like literally drilling my teeth, and I'm like, yeah, this is why my gums are bleeding, ma'am. you
Yeah, this seems like a you
You
problem.
took a vibrating drill to my
Interesting.
face. Also didn't mention last time they dropped a drill on my face, like the actual drill when I was getting a cavity filled. And my true Midwestern personality came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, no big deal at all. Please, thanks. It was great. 10 out of 10, drop the drill on my face whenever you want. This time, no drills touch my face, so that was good. But, anyways,
Drills touch
I
my
just
face.
another day of fighting big dentist straight. But the whole time
Oh,
I was like, yeah, this is super expensive, but I have good health insurance and it's better than Zoe's.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I could go to Tanner's dentist, but it's far away. We don't need to talk about dentistry. No one cares. But I don't know.
I am going to get whitening
Uh,
strips for your wedding because every time I'm editing our videos, I see my teeth against like my white wall and
Dad said
like,
that today too. He's like, I need to go to Walmart and get those teeth whitening strips.
listen,
And I was
Zoe,
like,
your wedding is the event of the
but this
decade
is my thing.
for the Kent
Why aren't we
family.
always trying to look our best at all times? I'm bleaching my teeth 24/7, 365. I'm not really.
You have bleach
But
trays
it's
in
so funny.
right now.
No, no, but for some reason I was holding myself up at it, and one of my front teeth looked so bright, and the other one looked a completely different shade, and I don't know what was going on there, but I was like, I'm not gonna look into this at the moment. Um,
I love that. We're all just trying to like look our
but
best because we don't have a
but it's
major
so
event
funny.
ever.
No, it's so funny. Like Tanner's groomsman, one of them was texting him, and he's like, "Oh, we got 30 days till this other person's bachelorette party. Like, starting my cut now." And
I would
I'm
never
like,
change my diet for something like that.
yeah, I'm just like, it's just so like aunts, uncles, people just like mentioning all like, yeah, and I think it's because people like want to have like a thing to work towards,
Yeah.
an end date of like I need to look, but it's so funny to me because I can understand the pressure for me to be like, it's my wedding day, I need to look my best. I don't know why my friends and family are like, I have to look my best for your wedding
I
day
also
because like,
think like
how about you guys all let it go, just let everything go, so then I stand out.
I mean,
No.
listen, Zoe, these photos that we're gonna take at your wedding, we'll probably never, unless I get married, have another family photo again before everyone dies. When was the last time we took a
Jesus
family photo?
Christ.
Cody's wedding.
Um,
That's
no,
that's
we took a family photo when Dad did not have a hip,
like a
and it
professional one
looks
that can
bad.
like that will like rest on top of our coffins one day. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know we take like weird photos like on the hearth and stuff like on
Yeah.
Christmas, but I'm saying like
I know we're not that
we're
family
not
that
a
takes family
professional family.
photos.
The only time we had professional
We're
families
not a professional family.
sorry,
You just said we're not a professional
bad
family.
either.
We're not a real
No, we're
family.
not. The only time we got professional
We are
photos
not a professional family. No,
as
we're
a
not a professional
family when
family.
we were kids were when we got it done for the yearbook, like the church's yearbook. Remember the church's yearbook
Yeah,
that one time?
yeah. And
Literally one time.
Mom got us all a different colored
I
T-shirt.
was green.
I, I think what was I red or purple? I don't
No,
know.
mom was purple. Dad was red. Cody
Red.
was blue.
Oh, so it was green or yellow or something.
No, I was green.
What was I?
I have not the slightest idea.
I have no idea either. I'll have to
We'll
I'll
have
have
to
to
we
dig
had
that
to get
out.
out the church's yearbook, which Why did our
Yeah.
church do a yearbook, and why did we only do it
Well,
literally
and
one
there
time?
was no. I think there might have been a second time. I think we might have done it 2 years in a row.
Anyways, that was the only professional picture we ever
And then
had
never
taken as a
again.
family. It like lived in our house, like on the wall for a long time. And then the
I
other
have no
professional photos are
recollection.
just like
Okay.
our school pictures, and then like senior pictures, and then weddings. But
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
some
Yeah. I don't
families,
know.
like Kimber's family, will do professional photos like every year, and
Every
not
couple
just
of years.
like of
Yeah.
her
I
kids, like
know.
Diane and
Expanded.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Everyone.
whole
And
family.
yeah. Yeah. I know. A lot of people do that. But also a lot of people go on like a family vacation once a year too.
I mean, we're just like not like other families.
We're just not like other families. We just kind of
we're
all do our
we're
own
built
thing.
different.
We actually go on vacations
No,
separately,
everyone takes vacations in our family, just never together.
just never together. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. But anyways, that's why everyone wants to look good for your wedding, is because these photos will live in infamy.
That's true. Dad was talking to someone the other week. I might have brought this up last week, but oh, some guy was stopping by and he's like, "Yeah, I have 45,000 growing children," and Dad's like, "I just got the one," and he was like, "Kenzie might have kids, but I'll be dead before then." I was like, Jesus Christ,
Tell him to take that back right now.
because you need to get pregnant 3 days ago.
I guess. I had to put everything else on hold so Dad can have a second grandchild.
Mhm. It's just so crazy because he just said it, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!"
This is like every time he talks about your wedding, and he's like walking down the aisle, and he's like, "I gotta walk Zoe down the aisle," and I'm always like, "What about me? What about my wedding? Do you have to walk me down the aisle?"
I think this is one of those things, Kenzie. Like, when you have a big goal
Yeah.
and you have to break it down into smaller parts.
What's the big goal?
Just
Life?
to get to you having grandchildren. So
Oh.
it's get Zoe married, get Kenzie married, live to see my grandchildren. And this is just the first of many
Dad
goals
is
Dad's
not that
putting.
old. He cannot be talking like that.
It's not about age,
He
Kenzie.
is
It's not about
69
age.
years young.
I know,
I
but
know I work with plenty. No, I don't work with. People that are members of my institution are much older than that, and they still continue to bother me every single day. Anyways, I don't know how we always talk about our parents dying. Look at my cute straw. It's in the shape of a
yeah,
heart.
yeah. Where's that from?
It's
You
this
like
little,
tagged
yeah.
some.
I'm trying to become an influencer.
You said this little. I thought you were gonna say this little shit.
No, this
I
little
think you
shop.
mean
There's
shop.
a little shop in Nashville. It's called like Shop of Things or something.
How'd
It's
you
where I
find
got my
that?
2 rugs, the Fusilli rug and the Martini rug.
What?
So you need to literally come to my apartment more. I would show you right now.
You need to
I'll
post it.
insert photos.
Send
Oh,
me.
okay.
I also say I have requested photos of your apartment and I have not
Well,
received
maybe
them.
you should come stay a while.
Okay, just once I get things planted and I get everything else done, I will come stay a while.
Anyways, yeah, I'll send you pictures of my cute little apartment because it is honestly, with this coffee table now installed, I'm just waiting to get these 3 prints framed, and then I feel like it'll be at a good place.
Yeah, nice.
My allergies, man, so strong, in full force. I had to present today in front of 75 people, started having a coughing fit halfway through, ended my presentation with tears in my eyes from coughing, from holding in
Oh my
cough
God.
so hard.
Were you on Zoom? Was this on Zoom presentation?
Yeah.
That's so many people. Oh my
I
goodness.
only talked for like 5 minutes, but as someone who frequently coughs, such as yourself, you know when it's like, it's just there. And you need to do like a really big cough.
That's the worst.
But like
Yeah.
I was only talking for 5 minutes. Like I couldn't just like pause myself
Yeah.
and excuse myself. Like I just need to get like 10 sentences out.
Oh,
And so I was just like,
that's
I
the
was holding
worst.
it in like this.
Yeah.
And then my eyes started watering. And then I was like, oh, I'll just do like a little baby cough to like, get things settled.
Oh,
No, so then I was
the
like,
worst
I was
is
like,
when, like, when
excuse
you're
me.
coughing. Yeah.
And then I came back, and then I was like, I still had like phlegm in my throat. And then I immediately got off, and I texted Eleanor, and I was like, Eleanor, that was so embarrassing. I had a cough so bad. And then she, being literally the best friend in the world, pointed out every single time anybody else coughed in the hour-long call to make me feel better about me coughing.
That's nice. Dude, no, I can just remember, like, that was like a thing in high school of, like, if you were sitting in class and you had like one of those dry coughs that would just not go away, and then you'd have the shame of the teacher being like, hey, you wanna step out? Hey, you're ruining the vibe for all of us here.
No,
Would you
literally.
like to get a glass of water?
And it was just like, so it's a meeting we have every other week, and we take turns who presents, and you only present like twice a year. Okay, so this does not come up very often, and it was my first time ever. And again, it's only like 5 to 10 minutes, and she calls on you randomly, and like different people present, and of course she called me first right off the rip, 10:01 a.m. And it's like,
Which is kind of nice to get it out of the way.
true, but like, had she called me second, I could have had the opportunity to get my coughing fit out of the way.
Yeah.
And not cried in front of 70 people.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so when do you think you're going to be able to get back into the field?
So definitely not today, probably not tomorrow. But if it keeps drying out, maybe I'm being overly optimistic, 2 to 3 days, maybe.
Is there no more rain in the forecast?
Oh, there's so much more rain in the forecast.
Oh.
So like, there's also a very large possibility that like it starts to dry out and then we get more rain.
Let me throw some ideas at you. Sister Friend merch, rain gauges.
Tanner is working on the merch of it all. Basically,
The merch of Sister Friends?
not the merch of Sister Friends, just the Kent Family Farmers. But then once we have the site up and running,
Okay.
we can expand.
Okay.
We're playing around with some ideas. We're getting me a website. Basically, since I had this unexpected huge transmission repair bill, I was like, look, guys, we need to exploit what I have going on here. Because for a very long time, I was like, I don't want to be slinging t-shirts. Everyone's selling merch.
Yeah.
The margins are super low. I don't want to be like making $1 per order. I don't want unhappy customers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not providing people with services
Yeah.
and products. And so I was like just not wanting to do it. But then once all the bills started coming in and the price of corn went down, I was like, how am I going to make this pencil out? And so now we're going to start slinging some t-shirts, I think.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, great. Well, once those start doing super well, just add a little tab.
Yeah.
For the
But
Sister
the rain
Friends.
gauges is so funny. Like, that is a brilliant idea.
They need to be
I
like
got more
funny
ring-
things that you only get, like, I don't know, a toothbrush. We talked about dentistry a lot. I love
toothbrush
stupid
rain gauge.
cheeky merch like that.
Yeah, well, because like that's the thing. I was like, everyone has t-shirts, everyone
The
has
Kent
mugs.
the Zoe Farm of Zoe logo is different though than like the Kent Family Farm logo, right?
No, I don't have a Farm with Zoe logo. I need to get one.
Oh, well, good thing you're marrying a man who makes logos for a living.
Well, see, but this is his problem. He's like, it should all just be one logo.
No, I
But, like-
disagree because
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm saying do like a Kent Family Farms here, and then like a Farm with Zoe thing on the sleeve or something. You know?
it feels weird to me. I don't know. Do what you want.
I don't know, because I do feel like they're two separate things.
I think they're two separate things too.
businesses.
One is like they're two separate businesses.
It's all
You said it
under the
perfectly.
umbrella of I need an umbrella. What would fit in Kent Family Farms, Farm with Zoe, and Sister Friends? The Kent Empire?
Zoe's entrepreneurial spirit. I was explaining
Show
this to
production.
Eddie the other day because Eddie was like, I thought Zoe was supposed to get this on Apple Podcasts. And I was like, yeah, I know. She's the world's biggest letdown. I'm just kidding. But I was just saying how you do everything with a profit in mind. And I do not. But that's just because you were born with an entrepreneurial spirit and I was not.
I don't do everything with the profit
Sister
in
Fred, you
mind.
weren't gonna
But
do merch,
everything
but then
that
you were
I
like,
do,
money? All your hobbies make you money. Period.
correct.
Period.
100%. That's why I stopped biking because I wasn't making any money. No.
She's gonna
No,
start a biking company.
my issue is that I find a hobby and then I make it into a prof. Like then I look to see how I can monetize it. Yeah, and it's a flaw. I think it's a flaw because I can't do anything to just like have joy, you know. Um,
That's
but
something you should talk about with your therapist.
yeah,
She doesn't have a therapist,
things
everyone, because she doesn't make her money. Just
I
kidding.
do too have a therapist, but I've already used 4 of my 5 free trials, and then you have to start paying for it.
So some things are worth paying for.
I know. This is my thing with therapy is like when I went the first time, it was for eating disorder. And so then the clear goal was like to stop doing eating disorder behaviors. And so it was like, this is our goal in mind. And then when we got to that goal, she was like, so we could like dive into other things or we could like just stop this. And like at that time, I had been going to college and my therapist was there. And then I was like, I had to drive 2 hours for a 1 hour appointment. And it was like, I, it wasn't a great setup. And obviously that was before COVID. So there was no, like no remote option.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I don't want to get started with someone new. And it's also like, I don't, there's so many things that we could fix. What are my goals here, you know? And so like, if I don't have a goal in mind, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what I need to work on, you know?
You work on that with your therapist.
Yeah, well, actually, that's the funny, crazy thing is, so I got these 5 free sessions because things were just like going not so good in my life this winter, and I was like, I could talk to someone, and so like we kind of like worked through that issue that I was having, and then she was like, so like, what do you want to do for your next appointment, which is my last appointment of like my free trials and stuff, and I was like, I don't know, and so she sent me a PDF of like things that can be goals for therapy, and not gonna lie, that was like 3 weeks ago, and I never opened that email because I just forgot about it completely until we're having this conversation now. And then what I hate is when you're having a conversation and you're like, "Oh, I should have remembered I needed to do that thing." How many things in my life have I completely forgot about and then never re-remembered at some point? You know?
I don't know. I think you should carry around like a notebook to like jot your thoughts down in.
Oh my gosh, Kenzie. I have sheets of paper. I have a whiteboard. I have my notes app. I have my Google Calendar. The issue is that I have too many
Okay,
notebooks.
well then you need to consolidate.
Yeah, no,
Am I your
this has been something
therapist?
that maybe.
Are we
What
in
about
therapy?
this? So no, and I've had this conversation with people of like, what do you use for your bookkeeping and remembering things, and everyone like sent me different things, and then I got overwhelmed of my different options, and um, but I think I have a good system when I use it. Of I keep my notes app with my running to do list for farm, for personal, all those things, and then I have my calendar with like the times things are. The issue is when I like just stop forgetting things, and then like emails, like I try to flag something that I need to return to, but then I never put like emails into my to-do list, so then the emails just, if they get flagged, they're good. If they don't get flagged, we may never remember them again, and that was the issue with that flag, is that was never
Interesting.
flagged.
Are you like a person that has notifications? I keep my notifications at 0. And like every time I get an email, it goes into a folder. The folder is either like to do, completed, junk. And so my inbox is at 0.
Always.
Yeah.
So then how do you know if you get an email?
So then an email will come in and I put it in one of those 3 folders.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you get notifications for them
Yeah, and then
at
I
some
deal
point.
with them.
And then oh, interesting. Okay, see, I just open and then I forget to respond. And my only tactic is putting a flag on it. But then for some reason, whenever I unflag things, every once in a while they just pop back up a couple weeks later in my flagged folders. And I'm like, no, I already dealt with this. Go away.
Dealt with it. I hear you.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I
I
dealt
it was
with
coming.
this.
I dealt with it. As it was coming out of my mouth, I knew it was the wrong thing to say. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just get like more ADHD meds. I am on the lowest dose. Maybe I should just bump it up one and see if I can
Edward was
take care of
subjected to the
emails.
ADHD med shortage last week. He had to wait 3 days to get it.
There's a shortage?
So we've literally talked about this.
I didn't know there was an ongoing
Yeah,
shortage
the
as of like
Adderall
right now.
shortage is like still an issue.
Is it because everyone got on TikTok and everyone decided that they have ADHD? So
Probably.
yeah, okay. I feel like I'm a part of that. I feel guilty for that, but at the same time, I'm like I've known for 6 years. I just haven't taken care
I
of it.
think what the bigger issue is, like, not pharmacists, but psychiatrists over-prescribing and over-diagnosing.
Mm-hmm.
And not, like, with the beauty of telehealth, which is, like, really great for accessibility
Yeah,
purposes. You don't see people in person. It's, like, harder to have follow-ups, like, things like that. I think that I don't
yeah,
know. I'm, like, speaking to things I definitely
yeah.
don't know about.
No, and I do like my doctor because she was very much like because the test like anyone could like fail the test on purpose if they wanted to get drugs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like she was very much of like we had my initial appointment, I did this thing, I had to get blood work done,
Yeah.
we did the first one like and and it's annoying because I have to like waste 2 hours of my day every couple of weeks to go over there, but like okay, she's at least
Yeah.
really looking into it,
No,
which I
I
appreciate.
appreciate that too. Okay, sister friend. We're at 51 minutes, which is usually where we go.
Yeah,
Hopefully I won't
okay.
delete the last 10 minutes, although, to be honest, the last 10 minutes, not that exciting.
No, no. Just general life.
I just feel like,
Uh,
yeah, I have nothing to say and you're really busy and tired.
yeah, a 40% planted, so
Oh, that's
I almost said we're a
huge.
third of the way there, but we're 40% of the way there. Yeah,
That's amazing. So is it all
yeah.
beans so far or beans and corn?
It's 28% corn and 54% beans, which is good because we need beans. We're trying to prioritize. Our seed dealer really wants them in the ground before May 13th. So if we can just
This
get like
sounds like a
that's the thing
threat.
about that's the thing that's the thing about planting is like it's so many less days and hours in the field than harvest, but it's like so time sensitive.
Yeah.
Whereas harvest, it's like you just get it when you get it.
I know. I'd be
So
so nervous that I didn't put the seed in the ground. Wait, did you answer my TikTok question on why you don't fill up the planter with bag seed?
yeah, so we have center fills, so we can put bags into them. So basically,
But
back
it's
in the
just
day,
easier
Dad
to
had a
use the
planter.
auger and on the
Yeah,
hopper.
because you would throw 50-pound bags, and
Mm-hmm.
so you get this middleman machine, and you can load up all of these, and it fills it so much faster and less workout than the
Mm-hmm.
bags. And then the bags have a whole lot of plastic, a lot of waste to them, so then you have to like take care of all these
So
bags
on
and stuff. And
those crates, they're not full of bags. They're full of just seed.
they're full of just seed. Yeah, they pour out, and then you ship them back, and they reuse them for years and years and years.
Amazing.
So it's
We love
reduce,
that.
use, recycle. Yeah. So it's just a lot less labor intensive to do it that
I did
way
see
and
some of
time
the
saving.
old farmers in your comments being like, "You have it so lucky. Back in the day, I had to walk
Well,
uphill both ways carrying the 50
I
bag of
know.
seed."
I always just think it's so funny when people are like, "Well, back in my day we did it this way," and I was like, "Back in my day we did it too." Like when I like we only got the center field planters
Well,
a handful of years
and I
ago.
had asked because I remember growing up watching Donnie,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
operation, fill the planter with bag seeds. But so much has
yeah,
changed in the 7 years
yeah.
since I've been home.
But it and yeah, so we have two padlets of bags, and so when we are finishing up, we will throw a few bags because you can't return a whole box of
But you can
seed,
return
but you can
bags.
return bags. Um,
I remember that.
but and someone had said something interesting of like, well, why can't they just weigh? You could return half a box and they would just weigh them or whatever. But like then you'd have to have like a certified scale. Like I just feel like bags and boxes, like it's this is the way to go.
Bags and
In
boxes.
my opinion. Bags and boxes, baby. Boxes and bags.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully next time when we talk next week, you'll be like, I don't know,
I hope I'm
70%
seven.
done?
That'd be iconic if I'm 70% planted by next week. We'll hope for that.
Okay, well, it's been so real. Bye,
Okay.
sister friend.
Bye.